Hi to everyone. In this video, let us discuss what are real gases and what is deviation from ideal gas behavior and van der Waals gas equation. Okay, let us see that. So first see here, what is meant by an ideal gas? So the gas which obeys Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law. That gas is known as which one? Ideal gas. But if you consider nitrogen, oxygen, carbon monoxide, they will deviate from ideal gas behavior. These are said to be real gases. So the gases which do not obey that all gaseous laws or ideal gas behavior are said to be real gases. So oxygen, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, like that gases, they will deviate from ideal gas behavior. So how we say they deviate from ideal gas behavior? For example, if we plot a graph in between PV and P, as per Boyle's law, it should be a straight line parallel to pressure axis for an ideal gas. But here, some gases like hydrogen and helium, showing which one here? A deviation from that ideal gas behavior. That means for these gases, for some other gases, we are not getting a straight line when the graph plotted between PV versus P. And also the same dissimilarity we can observe when the graph plotted between pressure and volume. So for example, for this is ideal gas and this is for which one here? Let it be for ideal gas and let it be for real gas. And at low pressures, the volumes of these two coincide with each other. That means this is the graph for real gas, this is the graph for ideal gas. At low pressures, the two lines will coincide with one another. But at high pressures, there is a much difference in between those two lines. So like that here, gases are showing which one? Deviation from ideal gas behavior. So now how we can say that showing deviation and what are the reasons for the deviations of that deviations from ideal gas behavior? So important things here, two important things are there already in our previous video, in which video we uploaded previously. In that we have discussed that kinetic molecular theory of gases. In that two postulates are not applicable for all the gas molecules. What are the two postulates here? First one is here, no attractions and repulsions. No attractions, repulsions present among the gas molecules. And the second one is here, volume occupied by gaseous molecules is negligible compared to the volume of the gas. These two postulates are not applicable for all the gaseous molecules. Why we can say like that? Let us see. If the first postulate is true, that means if no attractions are present among the gas molecules, therefore water vapor never should become water, because in water vapor the gas molecules are very much apart from one another, but in water the molecules are somewhat close to one another. Actually, if no attractions are present, the gas molecules should not come close to one another. Should not come close to one another. Therefore, what happens here? Water vapor should not become water. But this is naturally taking place now. when that water vapor temperature cooled to less than 100 degrees centigrade, water vapor becomes water and the molecules are coming closer. That means this indicating that there are some attractions present between gas molecules. So if that postulate is correct, the gaseous molecule, that means water vapors, should not come close to one another and we can't get water. But this is happening in our daily life. That means there are some attractions among the gaseous molecules. Okay, then if second postulate is true, that volume is negligible, therefore already we observed one graph pressure versus volume here. If the second postulate is true, now theoretically obtained that pressure and volume curve should coincide with experimentally determined pressure and volume curve, but that is not taking place. So that means here volume negligible compared with volume of gas also not correct for all the gas molecules. So these are the two postulates that are main reason for which one here deviation of gases from ideal gas behavior. Deviation of which one? Gases from ideal gas behavior. Okay, now so for that real gases we have to correct which one means here pressure and volume. So what is the need to correct pressure and volume? 1 minute. Pressure and volume. Okay, pressure and volume correction here. So now see here what is the correction of pressure. See here correction of pressure. Correction of pressure means what here? How to correct the pressure from ideal gas equation? Let us see here. So for example here, if you consider ideal gas, if we consider which one ideal gas, no attractions and repulsions among them. But that is not true now, because gases are having some attractions and repulsions. So now here, if no attractions are present, this gas molecule may hit with wall of the container, let us assume 3 times, and for that let us expect 3 atmosphere pressure. For which one this is? Pressure of ideal gas should be, we are expecting how much? 3 atmosphere. But if we come to the real gas, instead of ideal gas, now consider it as real gas. Real gas means what is here? These two molecules are having attractions. Whenever attractions are there, due to that attraction, this gas molecule pulled back by the adjacent neighbor. Therefore, what happens here? This gas molecule hit the wall of the container less than 3 times. That means this time that may exert 1 atmosphere pressure. This is which one? Pressure of real gas. That means here we have to add some pressure to which one? Real gas pressure to equal that ideal gas pressure. So that's why what is pressure correction means here A n square by V square. That means the decreased pressure is directly proportional to which one? Concentration around that molecule. So that's why we have to write this pressure correction P equals to A n square by V square. That means to get the ideal gas pressure, we have to add this decreased pressure to real gas pressure. Therefore, that pressure expression will become P plus A n square by V square. That means for real gas pressure, we have to add reduced pressure to reach that ideal gas pressure. So this is A is van der Waals constant, and some questions we get regarding A. What are the units of A? Units of A means A equal to, just send n square v square to left hand side, we can get PV square by n square. P means we know that units atmosphere, liter square, mole to the power minus 2. So these are the units of which one here? A. So A is that related to which one here? Pressure correction. Okay, let us go for volume correction. So what is volume correction here? So let us see what is that volume correction. According to that kinetic molecular theory of gases, volume of gas molecules is negligible compared with volume of the gas. But this is not true in all cases. So a general example I will give here. For example, let it be the 500 square meter area classroom. For example, in this 100 ants are present. 100 ants are present. The volume occupied by the 100 ants negligible to the volume of the classroom. Of course, because ants occupy a little bit volume. So in this case, that is true. But instead of ants, if 100 what we can take here, buffaloes are present. If 100 buffaloes are present in the classroom means same 100 in number only. But in this case, buffaloes occupy a certain volume, a considerable volume. That means that total volume is occupied by buffaloes only. So it is not neglecting, it is not negligible. So that means here what that meaning, in all gaseous molecules cases, it is not correct to say volume of gas molecules is negligible. So they occupy some volume. That means in that volume correction, we have to subtract some volume which is occupied by the gaseous molecules. For example, here in this 500 square meter area, if 20 benches are present, if each bench occupying 20 square meter area, now the total excluded volume should be 400 square meter. Now what is the available volume for free movement means 500 minus 400, 100 square meter area is available for free movement. How we got this? Volume of the classroom minus volume occupied by the benches. Like that only, here in a container, if the total volume is V, in that NB is the volume occupied by the gaseous molecules. Therefore, what is the available volume for free movement means V minus NB. So this is the volume available for free movement of gases. So like that, volume correction is which one means V equals to NB. Therefore, volume corrected as V minus NB equals to nRT. Here B units also let us know here. V equals to NB. Therefore, B is equals to V by N. Take like that. Now, what are the units means? Liter per mole. So, these are the units for which one? That B. B we have to remember as size correction or as volume correction. A is the correction related to which one? Attraction. Remember like that, A for attraction. That means A is the correction related to which one? Pressure. And B is the correction, B is that related to which one? Correction of volume. Okay, now let us see here another thing. What is that corrected volume or excluded volume? What is excluded volume? Let us see. And before going to that, I will give one information here. This is known as which one? Van der Waals gas equation. What is Van der Waals gas equation? P plus a n square by v square into v minus nb equals to nRT. So this equation is known as Van der Waals gas equation. A and B are Van der Waals constants and units of B liter per mole and A is the related to pressure correction, means A for attraction, remember like that, and B is related to volume correction. Okay, then after that, here what are the remaining that conditions for that van der Waals gas equation? What are that? And another important thing, compressibility factor. That means here deviation from ideal gas behavior is expressed with respect to compressibility factor Z. So what is that means here? Volume occupied by real gas divided by volume occupied by ideal gas. So 1 mole of real gas, how much occupy, that one divided by volume of the gas, volume of the ideal gas for 1 mole. So like that, volume of real gas by volume of ideal gas, or that can be written as PV by RT also we can write. So now Z value is equal to 1 for which one? Ideal gases. For ideal gases, Z value is 1. But for real gases, Z is not equal to 1. And some gases which shows positive deviation, for them Z value is greater than 1. If Z value is less than 1, that gas is said to be showing which deviation, means negative deviation. So, if we plot a graph in between Z and pressure, we get a straight line parallel to pressure axis for which one? Ideal gases. And for hydrogen and helium, we get which one here? A line with a positive slope. That means these two gases are showing positive deviation from ideal gas behavior. Why they are showing positive deviation? See here, volume of real gas by volume of ideal gas, that ratio is known as Z. Positive deviation means Z value should be greater than 1. Z value greater than 1 means volume occupied by real gas is greater than that of ideal gas. Why that volume occupied more than our expectation means due to the repulsions. See here, hydrogen and helium. Due to the smaller atomic size of hydrogen and helium, the molecules when come close to one another, the nuclei are very close to one another due to smaller atomic size. So we know that nuclei are having repulsions because both the nuclei are having positive charge. So due to the repulsions, the volume occupied by that hydrogen is greater than that of expected. That's why only for hydrogen and helium we are getting which one, means Z greater than 1. They are showing positive deviation. And for gases like ammonia and some other NH3, if you consider, now here at low pressure region, that is showing negative deviation, and at high pressure region, that is showing positive deviation. So van der Waals gas equation, now we have to see three conditions for van der Waals gas equation. One is at one important thing here, at very low pressures and high temperatures. Now, a real gas also possesses ideal gas behavior. At low pressures and high temperatures, a real gas also possesses which one? Ideal gas behavior. That is one condition, let us see. Second condition, at low pressures, some gases are showing which one? Negative deviation. That is second condition at low pressures. And at high pressures, the same gas is showing positive deviation. So we have to see three conditions. First one, at very low pressure and high temperature, first condition. At low pressure, second condition. At high pressure, third condition. Okay, now let us see that which one, three conditions. And another thing here, boil temperature also let us know. What is that boil temperature? That for example, if you consider any one gas at a particular temperature that behave ideally. So the temperature at which a real gas behave ideally, that temperature is called boil temperature. So that is expressed with TB equals to A by BR. A and B van der Waals constants and R is gas constant. So this is the formula to calculate boil temperature. So the temperature at which a real gas possesses ideal gas behavior, known as which one? Boil temperature. Now, van der Waals equation at three conditions. First one, at very low pressure and high temperature. Now, in that conditions, from van der Waals gas equation, we can neglect A n square by V square and NB. These two can be neglected. Therefore, that van der Waals gas equation will be equal to which one? PV equals to nRT. I write here that van der Waals equation, P plus A n square by V square into V minus NB equals to nRT. Here A n square by V square and NB both are neglected. So that means at very low pressure and high temperature, van der Waals gas equation converts into ideal gas equation. That means real gas possesses ideal gas behavior. And second condition, at low pressures. At low pressures, that shows which deviation? Negative deviation. We have to remember that. At low pressures, P is greater than A n square by V square. So now we can neglect A n square by V square from the van der Waals gas equation. At which one here? At low pressures. So now what we can get here? That, okay. Now what we can get now? Okay, 1 minute. At low pressures, we can neglect which one here? NB. V greater NB. So we can neglect NB at very low pressures. Therefore, that equation will become, for 1 mole of gas, no need to write n square here. P plus A by V square into which one here? By neglecting NB, we can write V equals to RT for 1 mole. And by multiplication, we can get here which one? PV plus V and V get cancelled. A by V equals to RT. Therefore, PV equals to RT minus A by V. And by dividing both sides with RT, PV by RT, that means Z equals to RT minus A by V divide with RT. So what we can get now here? RTV. That means Z equals to, we can get RT get cancelled, 1 minus A by RTV. So this is the van der Waals gas equation at which one? Means at low pressures, because at low pressures that is showing negative deviation. Okay, now let us go for at high pressures. So at very high pressures, we can neglect A n square by V square. One can neglect which one here? A n square by V square. So what we can get here? By neglecting this, P into V minus B, for 1 mole take n value 1, equals to RT. Therefore, PV minus PB equals to RT. PV equals to RT plus PB. By dividing with RT on both sides, we get PV by RT, that means Z equals to RT by RT means we can get 1 plus PB by RT. 1 plus means we are getting which deviation? Z greater than 1 means that is showing which deviation? Means a positive deviation. So this is van der Waals equation at high pressures. Okay, bye.